What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Indiana State versus Utah college basketball matchup going down Tuesday, April 2nd, 2024. Just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up if you're looking for my best bets. The games that I love, including my daily $19 best bet, make sure that you head on over to Pickdawgz.com and click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. But let's get to this one between Indiana State and Utah. And Indiana State, the Sycamores coming in off of their victory in the NIT quarterfinals over Cincinnati 85, while Utah comes in after taking out VCU 74-54. And Utah's looked really good so far for the most part in the NIT. They took out UC Irvine, Iowa, and then VCU. But the thing for me with Utah is that they're doing it on both ends of the floor for the most part, but especially on offense, which has not been something that we're used to seeing from Utah for much of the season. But that being said, all those games were at home. And if you followed Utah basketball over the course of the season, including Pac-12 play, you know that a lot of teams, Utah included, play their best basketball at home. And when you took them out on the road is where they tended to struggle. I mean, yeah, sure, Utah has the road win over St. Mary's from early on this year, but on a neutral floor, they did beat Wake Forest, but they also struggled against Houston and St. John's. And then once they got into conference play, they rarely won on the road, if at all. I mean, they had one road win. It was a 1-point win over UCLA away from home. And then when they got into the Pac-12 tournament, they did beat on Arizona State, but then got beat up by Colorado. So more often than not, we had seen Utah really struggle away from the Huntsman Center this season. Now, Indiana State, I said it coming into the NIT that this was going to be a team that you had to keep an eye on, because there are certain teams that, sometimes when they get snubbed from the NCAA tournament the way that Indiana State probably felt that they got snubbed, or, what have you, two things happen. One of two things happens. They either come out like, a bat out of hell and they just come out and kick the crap out of everybody, or they say, woe is me, and they don't, they don't really want to be at the NIT, but they'll show up to the NIT because it would be frustrating if they didn't show up to a postseason tournament. But I think with Indiana State, we're seeing, the former. This team wanted to prove to the committee that they were slighted, that they didn't make the NCAA tournament as an at-large team. Because realistically, I mean, you look at their losses, outside of the two conference losses to Illinois State and Southern Illinois, and I can tell you, some of the teams that made the tournament as at-large teams had much worse losses than Illinois State and Southern Illinois. You look at the other four losses that Indiana State had on the schedule. 2 losses against a tournament team in Drake, Michigan State, and Alabama. So it's mind-boggling to me that this team didn't make the NCAA tournament. But, it is what it is. And now Indiana State has made their point in the NIT. And this is an Indiana State offense that's flat out rolling. And they've been able to take their show on the road wherever they've gone. I mean, they didn't play the toughest neutral schedule. They played Rice, Pepperdine, and Toledo, and also had a neutral site game against Ball State. But like I said, they also played tough teams on the road. They beat Bradley on the road in conference. Like I said, they took on Alabama. They went toe-to-toe with Michigan State. And I think on a neutral floor, I trust Indiana State a lot more than I do Utah here. I'm here for it. I'm here for Robbie Avila. I'm here for all the nicknames: Milk Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Larry Bird. I love it, but I also love this Indiana State offense. They're one of the best in the country, and I think Indiana State marches on to the final here. So I'm going to go with Indiana State in this one, and that's going to be my free pick. But just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. And if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pick Dawgz Premium. While you're Pick Dawgz, check out our betting tools. They're 100% free. They're the best betting tools in the business, and tools that you want to make sure that you have in your back pocket when you're making your best bets for the day's action. And while you're at our YouTube channel, make sure you have notifications turned on so you can be the first to be in the know when the newest content drops here at Pick Dawgz. Thanks for watching. See you guys soon.